H2. Stop scrolling, because the sport bike world just got shaken up. Alright, pause for a second. Take your finger off the scroll, because what you're about to read messes with everything we thought we knew about modern sport bikes. For years now, the motorcycle industry has been pushing the same idea. Small sport bikes are supposed to be simple. Singles, parallel twins, lower revs, less drama, less soul. Inline-4 engines? Nah, those were too expensive, too complicated, not worth it for anything under 600cc, or so we were told. Then, out of nowhere, VOGE pulled up and said, "Hold my helmet." Meet the VOGE RR 500S, a mid-range sport bike that straight up refuses to follow the script. A high-revving, inline-4 screamer in a class where that layout was supposed to be extinct. And somehow, it's coming out of China at a price point that makes established brands nervous. This bike isn't just another new model. It's a statement. And depending on how this plays out, it could force the entire sport bike market to rethink its gameplay. A quick reality check. Why this bike even matters. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, four-cylinder sport bikes ruled everything. 400s, 600s. Even smaller displacement machines screamed to redline and felt like miniature race bikes. Fast forward to today, and most sub-500cc sport bikes are twins at best. They're practical, sure, but let's be honest, they don't hit the same emotionally. That's why the RR 500S is such a big deal. Instead of playing it safe, VOGE went all in on a 475cc inline-4. Not a marketing gimmick, not a half measure, a legit, rev-happy, multi-cylinder sport engine designed to deliver the kind of riding experience people thought was gone for good. And suddenly, bikes like the Kawasaki ZX4RR and CF Moto 500 SR VOOM aren't standing alone anymore. Who the heck is VOGE, and why should you care? Before anyone starts rolling their eyes at the Chinese bike label, let's clear something up. VOGE isn't some random startup. It's the premium brand of Lanshan Motor Co., a massive manufacturer that's been building engines and motorcycles for major global companies for years, including BMW. That matters. Lanshan already knows how to build modern engines, meet global emission standards, and maintain OEM-level quality. VOGE exists so they can finally put their own name on higher-end machines instead of working behind the scenes. And the RR 500S is their loudest mic drop so far. This bike represents a massive leap, not just for VOGE, but for the entire Chinese motorcycle industry. It's proof that China isn't just copying anymore. They're engineering, innovating, and swinging directly at established brands. Launch status. Where this bike exists for now. The RR 500S officially hit the scene in China toward the end of 2024 and rolled into 2025 production. Interest didn't stop there, because once photos, specs, and early impressions dropped, the internet did what it does best. Talk exploded. Right now, the bike is primarily available in the Chinese domestic market. However, signs strongly suggest VOGE is planning broader expansion into Europe and possibly other regions down the line. Export versions would obviously cost more, thanks to shipping and homologation. But even then, expectations are that it'll stay competitive. And here's the kicker. In China, the RR 500S reportedly sells for roughly $4,200 to $4,900 USD when converted. That's wild for what this bike brings to the table. The heart of the beast, a four-cylinder middleweight, is back. Let's talk about the real star of the show, The RR500S runs a liquid-cooled, inline-4, 475cc engine. And yeah, that alone makes it a unicorn in today's market. This motor isn't just rare. It's properly engineered. Engine highlights translated to real-world meaning. Power, around 76 to 77.5 horsepower. Torque, roughly 47 Newton meters. Redline, near 14,000 revolutions per minute. Top speed, claimed, about 220 kilometers per hour, or 136 miles per hour. Those numbers put it squarely in legit sport bike territory. Not starter bike fast, not budget commuter quick. This thing revs hard, pulls strong up top, and lives for high RPM riding. If you like engines that come alive past 8,000 RPM and scream all the way to redline, this bike gets it. Even better, VOGE claims that around 80% of torque is available from 5,000 RPM, which means it's not a total dog in everyday riding. You get flexibility without losing that top-end rush. That's a tough balance to strike, and it's impressive they pulled it off. Trick tech you don't expect at this price. Here's where things get spicy. The RR500S isn't just relying on cylinder count to flex. VOGE packed in legit engineering details you usually don't see in this price bracket. We're talking forged crankshaft for smoother rotation and durability. Advanced internal coatings like DLC to reduce friction. Possible RAM air intake system for improved high-speed performance. Electronically controlled exhaust valve on some trims to balance sound and airflow. That last one is especially slick, allowing the bike to stay civilized when cruising, but open up and get loud when you're pushing it. This isn't a slap-together motor. It's a performance-focused design built to be ridden hard. Chassis and handling, built to do more than just go fast in a straight line. Power is cool, but if the chassis can't keep up, it's pointless. Thankfully, the RR500S doesn't cheap out here either. Frame and geometry. The bike uses a tubular steel frame paired with a cast aluminum swing arm, a combo that balances rigidity, feedback, and cost. With a wheelbase around 1,383 millimeters and near 50-50 weight distribution, the bike is designed to stay stable at speed while still flicking through corners with confidence. Translation: it's not just a drag strip hero. It's meant to carve. Suspension, brakes, and rider confidence. Up front, the RR500S rocks inverted USD forks, which already puts it ahead of many mid-range competitors. Out back, there's a monoshock tuned to handle both aggressive riding and daily use. Is it fully adjustable like a race bike? Probably not across the board. But for the segment, this setup is more than respectable. Braking duties are handled by twin Nissin 4-piston calipers up front, biting down on dual discs. That's real stopping power, not budget stuff. And yes, ABS is standard, along with traction control, something that seriously matters when you're dealing with a high-revving four-cylinder. Some versions are expected to offer extras like quick shift